Today we are talking about all-male secret societies at Ivy League universities, the kinds of clubs that the Rockefellers and the Kennedys used to belong to. This new novel is about those clubs. It is called The Ancient Nine, and you're going to recognize the author. But this new book is a lot different than the other books he's used to writing.
That's right. Dr. Ian Smith is a TV personality, fitness expert, and author of the super popular Shred Diet books. He has written 15 of them.
That's
and
a lot.
8 of them have become New York Times bestsellers, and we're excited to have you here. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me, guys. Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Departure from your get fit, eat right
doctor hat.
Yeah, a little left, right brain stuff together. You know, the Ancient Nine is a novel I've been working on for a long time, and it's about my experiences in one of Harvard's elite secret societies called Final Clubs. And as you said earlier, a lot of very famous people have been members of these clubs. But it really is an inside look, not only about the process of getting in, but once you get in, what happens in these huge mansions around Harvard Square? And so it's a nice little thriller about the mystery of it all.
Well, what's neat is you draw on your own experiences. Being a Harvard grad, pre-med, you were there. You were in this group. You were in which group?
I was in the Delphic Club.
Okay, so talk about what it means to be punched, which is what we would think of oftentimes as being pledged in.
Sure. I like to say that Final Clubs at Harvard are like fraternities, sophisticated fraternities.
Okay.
You still party, you have a good time, but you know, we own these huge mansions, $15 million mansions around Harvard Square. They have a staff, they have a ballroom, we have formal dinners. This is the one of the clubs there called the Owl Club, where Senator Ted Kennedy was a member. This is the Fly Club, where Franklin Delano Roosevelt was a member. This is my club, the Delphic Club.
Where Matt Damon was also a member.
Where Matt Damon was a member.
Jack Lemmon.
Jack Lemmon, the great Aga Khan was a member.
J.P. Morgan Jr.
Founded the club way back in the 1800s. So
no, if you're walking around campus, because I wonder about this, do you know, like, oh, that's this club and that's this club, or does it look like a different kind of building?
You have no idea. In fact, I thought, before I became a member, I thought this club was owned by the university. I had passed that door, that blue door, 1,000 times, and then someone says, that's the Delphic Club, or that's the Fly, that's the PC Club. So you don't know, but there's no signage whatsoever, just a number, and that's it.
Do they pick you, or do you sort of rush like you would in a fraternity?
No, you don't say, hey, I want to join your club. You know, literally, they do it, as you can imagine, in the middle of the night. They slip an envelope under your door.
No way.
It just has, it just has your name and room number, no postage, no return address, and it's an invite to join their cocktail party, attend their cocktail party, which is the kickoff event for the punch or the season where they're kind of getting people to join the club.
Can you tell your friends, or do you have to be mum about the fact that you got this invite?
Well, you know, I didn't know about these clubs until I got invited, and I was so afraid to say something to someone because I didn't know if that would, you know, invalidate my chances. Yeah. So I didn't tell anybody except for my brother. I told my brother.
Twin brother
who was there. He joined the Fly Club, which you saw in the video, but I didn't tell anyone. And you have to go to these dinners and these cocktail events. You have to wear a tie and a suit coat.
Are there a lot of African American and all men, right?
It's all male since the 1700s. Big controversy recently, by the way. The university's trying to either open them up or disband them because they want them to have women in there and to be more reflective of the student population. You know, the world's more diverse, Harvard's more diverse. When these clubs started in the 1700s, it was just all white men, and so the clubs were all white males. But now, you know, women comprise at least 40% of the population.
Why'd they pick you?
I don't know to this day. Like, it's a mystery, like why they want me.
They never told you?
They never told me, and I didn't know anyone in it, by the way. Like, when I joined, I figured I must know someone. I knew no one in the club, and so they asked me to join. What's interesting is that, you know, when you become a member, then you bring in other members, and so what you think about, so Matt Damon, for example, who I knew, we lived in the same house, and I said, this is a cool guy, we should bring him in, and so Matt joined the club.
Did you bring Matt Damon in?
I was one of the guys who brought him in, yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Ian,
well, name dropping.
killing it.
No. But these clubs are very interesting. They're very powerful, people who've been members, and as a grad member, you still, you know, remain part of it. The book opens up in 1927. 2 students are trying to break into the Delphic Mansion. 1 student disappears, and my character in the 1980s is trying to figure out, did the student get killed? Did he die? Is he still alive? And how is that connected to the Ancient Nine, which is a secret society within the secret society?
Are the Ancient Nine people? Are they 9 men?
9 shadowy figures who you do not know their identities, and they're in charge of keeping the secrets within the club and doing everything they can to protect the secrets.
Are they real people in real life? The Ancient Nine, is that a real term?
let's just say that there are grad members who are in charge of making sure that certain things stay the way they stay.
Gotcha.
What's the benefit of being in the club? Because you have to pay to be
Yeah,
in
you have to pay to be in it. But socially, it's a these clubhouses are great. It's a great place to go play pool, to have lunch, to have dinner. Great
They have their
social
own
interaction.
bartenders.
Bartender, old staff. But also afterward, these people are the who's who of America.
Yeah.
Fortune 500 CEOs, partners of big firms. So you now have these brothers who you can call on.
Do chicks dig a guy who's in a secret society?
Well, it's interesting. So I didn't know that, but yes, being a member of the Final Club has some currency for some of the women, not all of them, but for some of them, they like the idea that you're one of these clubs. It has a little prestige factor to it. So, I hope one day they open up to women. I think that women should be allowed to join also.
Do a lot of universities and colleges have them?
So not a lot, actually. So Yale has clubs. Everyone knows Skull and Bones all the time, but there are other Yale clubs. Princeton had clubs also. They were called eating clubs, but they opened up a long time ago. So they went co-ed, allowed women in. Harvard remains like the last bastion of kind of all-male, very high socioeconomic stratum type of members, but I hope that's changing.
Can you get in trouble for writing this? Are you going to get some backlash being like, dude, I guess it's fiction, but is it?
I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble. In fact, the other day I was on a plane, and one of my club mates was in a seat behind me. And I didn't mention to him that I'd written this book, and he said to me, hey, I heard you wrote a book, and clubs in it.
Oh, words out.
But he was cool.
You go missing.
I was cool. I said, hey, I'll send you a copy. So the feedback has been very good because it's a mystery. It's a fun book. It's a thriller. It's suspenseful.
How do you have time to write all these books and New York Times bestsellers? You've got 2 kids, 2 boys.
Yeah.
You're busy. You're
Active
married.
ages.
I believe that life is very short and unpredictable, and 24 hours I try to stretch it as much as I can. I go as hard as I can, and when my body says you're done, then I knock out. I literally.
How many hours do you get?
On average, like 6 hours.
Oh, that's not much.
That's not what. Listen, it was 4 hours when I was med school.
Oh
med school, you learn how to work on 4 or 3 hours of sleep, so you're kind of conditioned. Like I wake up early every morning. I just can't help it. I get
So
up at
you
5.
were like a great dad because you already were sleep deprived. You knew how to live sleep deprived.
There was nothing. I'd be up with the kids, hanging out, playing games.
We ran out of time, but in a word or two, just because you've written so many popular diet books about the shred, why can't people lose the weight?
Because people have unrealistic expectations. It takes a long time to gain the weight. They want to get it all off right away, and they resort to unhealthy measures that are not sustainable.
You're going to stick around.
Yeah.
You're going to stick around. You're going to play with us some more.
Good.
So you can sit right there, and you can stay tuned because Ian is going to stick around. We're going to have a little fun true and false quiz with the health guru when we come back. Stay with us.